Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Mayor of Simpleton bass guitar tutorial. In this video I'm going to discuss the bridge, a little variation after the bridge, the tag on the final chorus, and then the outro, all which are very interesting. Getting into the bridge, we play a line that we previously learned on the first part, which is the E, F sharp, G, A, and then the bridge, it's kind of that separate section, starts on the second fret on the A string, which is B. Again, for the bridge, he uses that same rhythm, bump, 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 and that's how it begins. B, B, and then he goes up to that E, bump, 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 bump. And I suggest playing the E up here because he plays, after that he plays down an E minor scale, B, A, G, F sharp, E. And then I hear kind of a slide after that, which takes it into G, which is the next measure. And so that's why I suggest playing that part right here. And then once you slide, it gives you a little room to slide down to that G. So those two measures, bum, bum, B, and when he does the scale, and he's going to use this in the next measure as well, he does this dotted 8th, 16th note rhythm. So it's bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, dun, da-dun, da-dun, dun. I'm just kind of exaggerating that, but you'll hear that when you play that. So that 2-bar phrase starts off with that bump, 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 ends with a scale. The next 2-bar phrase begins 3rd fret on the E string, which is G. This is entirely syncopated. So what he does is he plays the ands of the beats. 1 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so it's similar to how he starts it off with the B, but he's playing it 3rd fret on the E string. Again, that's followed by a scale: D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, and then D. The first 3 beats have that dotted 8th, 16th note rhythm. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bop. Then the E to D, to me it sounds like he's just playing 8th notes. Bum, bum, back to B. Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, bum. So that 2-bar phrase, bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. And then it goes B to E again, but I'm just going to play the E right here, because following that E, to me, it sounds like he's doing a chromatic line, C, B, B flat into A, and that's going to take us out of that bridge section. So those 2 measures, that's what it sounds like to me. And you can hear it again. I haven't figured, it's hard for me to figure this out 100%, but it's really sounding like he's doing something in there, and that's the closest I could get. And after that chromatic line, he just goes back up: A, B, C, E, D, D, G, C, 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 B, 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 A. And that part from the first video. So let me play that bridge all together. So starting 2nd fret on the A string, B, E, and then the scale, G, syncopation, 8th note, D, C, B, Okay, and then previous to that, remember I mentioned the staccato beats. Bump, 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 bump. So let me play all that together, and it'll make a little more sense. Here we go. That's sharp. Here we go. Okay, so that is, like I said, close to what I'm hearing, and that will give you a really good idea of what he's playing there, and you can dig in there and really figure out, if you can figure out exactly what he's doing, that'll be great. Okay, so then it goes back into this section, which you already know. Driving eighth notes. Now here's the variation. So right there, previously it goes back down a scale, but here, since it's going into the, it's heading back into that, we're going to go A, B, D, E. Here we go. Let me get the right section. There we go. Take two. There we go. Variation. And then you know that from the previous video. Okay, so it's up that scale. D, E, F sharp, and the best I can tell, A, F sharp, which leads back into G. And then he goes back into that section for a while, and then what I'll do is I'll skip ahead to the variations that he plays at the end of that final chorus. Okay. So he just does, it's actually interesting, it's like a 5-bar section into the outro there. I'll play that one more time. So here it's coming off the, we already know it. So that is C, E, C, and just the same thing as we did before, but it's an octave lower. So that little variation right before the outro. C, C, D, C, B, A. And then we're going to go into the outro. And I'm going to play that one more time for you. What we've done before. Here's the outro. Okay, this can be analyzed in many ways. I'm going to just go ahead and say there's 4 measures of 4/4 and then 1 measure of 2/4. So however you interpret that, there's going to be 18 beats altogether And there's just many ways you can go about looking at it. And that's the one way that made most sense to me, and I can count it easily that way. But whatever makes most sense to you, go ahead and do that. So he's just going down a scale: A, G, F sharp, E, D, C natural. Then he goes up: A, C, D. Then he goes back down: C, A, G, F sharp, and that's where it ends. So again, I'm electing not to use any open strings for this, but you can if you want to. So again, those notes: A, G, F sharp, E, D, and C. So it's just kind of down that scale. Then we go up: A, C, D, back to C, A, G, F sharp. And a lot of these are equivalent to dotted quarter notes. So I'm just going to kind of count this out in 4/4, and then that last measure is going to be 2/4, and then this is just a repeat and then a fade out. So if our tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and then that's the repeating pattern. I'm going to play along with it and count out loud when I play along with it and see if I can keep up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 2, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 3, 1. Okay, and then he just fades that out. So I'm going to play along with that just one more time, and I'll try to catch it right there at the beginning, and I'll play along with the little variation after the chorus into the outro. Here we go. And those are all the parts, and if you go back and look at the first video that I recorded and then this video, those are all the parts to the song for the most part. There might be a couple discrepancies from what he does in there, but that is the majority of it. And if you take that much, you will be able to put all those parts together and learn how he puts it together for just a really interesting, neat, and fun bass line. So Colin Moulding, I think that's how you say his name, XTC, Mayor of Simpleton. So now you can just go ahead, practice them part by part, get them up to speed, put them together, play them at the, with the recording. You can find them obviously on YouTube, and it's just a fun bass line, and it's really good for the hands and the mind and the brain and the muscles and everything. So hope you will have fun with that, and until next time.